All right, so haven't done one of these in a little while, but getting back into it in 2023. And I know this was originally requested to kind of debunk these headlines. There was a lot of scary COVID stuff a couple of years ago that were constantly being pushed in the news, variants and this and that and death. So now I'm starting the year here, 2023, on a positive note. Looking at this new headline about Amazon launching a $5 a month unlimited prescription plan. As you know, there's always more than meets the eye with the headline. So let's dive below a little bit, and then we'll also go into my thoughts because I've written down some things that I think about the future of prescriptions in 2023. So if we look, CNN here is talking about Amazon's push into healthcare, which is with the $5 monthly unlimited delivery pass on 60 common generic prescription drugs. So we'll look at what common prescription drugs are, or generic prescription drugs are. So the new service was announced yesterday, which is January 24th, 2023. And it's launching immediately in 42 states. Notably absent, of course, is California and Texas, which are the states with the two highest population. Do you know the state with the third highest population? It's not New York. It's also not Minnesota. You can Google that while you're watching this. But so customers who are also enrolled in Medicare, Medicaid, or other government health plans will not be able to sign up. So I did go to the sign up page, and it does ask you if you are in any of these programs. If you say no, the next question is what state do you live in? If you fill out Texas, it just stops you and says we're not available. Same with California. So we'll see what happens on the steps beyond that. But this is a $5 a month delivery add-on to Amazon Prime. So that you can't sign up for this unless you have Amazon Prime. So Amazon Prime costs $139 a year. So adding on $5 a month, you can break out your calculators. 5 times 12 is 60. So 60 plus 139 is going to be $199. So about $200 a year for the Prime plus this. So Prime, of course, as you know, includes getting things sent generally in 2 days to your house. And you also get Prime Video, which I think I don't use that much, but I know they have a Psych on there. So they have some good content, unless it got removed for Peacock now. I actually don't know. But Prime includes Prime Video, the Prime Delivery, and now you can add on this as well. So it looks like they're trying to bundle in more things and get more people to sign up for it. So what people are excited about in the financial community is, there's already 200 million Americans who are on Amazon Prime for this, $139 price, or whatever price they're priced in on. I think students are cheaper. And looking at adding $5 on to even a small percentage of that, it looks like a lot of money. So while that's great for Amazon, we're focused here on more what's going to happen to the patients. So again, this is for generics, and talks about some of the generic drugs. Generic drugs represent 86% of all U.S. prescriptions by volume. So that means 86% of all drugs are given in generic form versus the brand name form, which we'll talk about as well. And it's only 20% of spending, so they're pretty cheap, even though they're 86% are drugs. And so I think this doesn't say a lot more. Talking about drugs that don't face competition. And they talk about PillPack, which is a really cool company. So we'll just go into kind of my thoughts. So I was excited about this, and just a little bit that I wrote down. So this is the future of prescriptions. I've been working here for the past decade, a lot of it in the prescription space. So these are the two new things. So this was the one that I'm talking about right now. We already, of course, looked at the news article. So this is my own thing here. Lets you get unlimited prescriptions delivered to your door, just like your clothes and creams and shampoos we order on Amazon. Talked about the 200 million users that it has already. So I think this is the interesting part here. So how did Amazon get here? Like, did they suddenly just release this? Well, there was a company in 2013 called PillPack. And their business model is really cool. It was a convenient and efficient way for customers to manage their meds. So they used some proprietary technology that pre-sorted and labeled the customer's medication to individual packets. So you would get like a packet that said 8 a.m. Monday, and it would have your 3 drugs you're supposed to take in the morning. It wasn't like a single, like a medical container that holds, your month's supply. It was individually packaged with a time on it and a date. And that's pretty revolutionary for folks who are on a lot of medications you have to take throughout, different times of the day. especially older folks have to, have like that pill organizer thing, which you could get rid of all that with this. So this was pretty cool, and they were around for about 5 years. And in 2018, Amazon acquired them for about $1 billion. So are we getting all of the pill pack stuff? We're not sure still. It looks like, I don't know if we're going to get it exactly the way pill pack was, or they're going to send you like a similar thing to what you get right now for prescriptions, which is just like, here's your month's supply. We'll send you next month. So is this too good to be true? So again, we talked about generic medications. So they're going to have about 50 or 60 of these, which will increase over time. But like, what's a generic? So I gave this little example of a generic cereal versus a brand name cereal. So you could see the generic Honey Nut oat cereal versus Honey Nut Cheerios. For any of us who have had the difference, I feel like we think we can taste the difference, but nutritionally, I don't know if they're actually different. So what is a generic med? It's one that's equivalent to brand name and dose strength, pretty much everything. So you can see there's a picture of General Cereal or Trix or something. Here I use Honey Nut Cheerios, but you get the point. So generic drugs are cheaper than a brand name drug, and they're supposed to be just as safe and effective. There's 5 things that make it. So you have to have the same active ingredient, same strength and dosage, identical form, same purpose, and same quality standards. Excuse me. So not all drugs have a generic version available, and some are under patent protection, which means that only after the patent expires can other companies start selling generic versions of the drug. So when we go back here, you could say that it's not going to do much, if anything, to push down spending on drugs that don't face generic competition, because you're basically only fighting the generic war here. The brand names still have a monopoly on theirs until their patent runs out. So just to go real quick on the second company I'm excited about, here's Mark Cuban after winning the 2011 NBA championship, is Mark Cuban's Cost Plus drug company. He's best known for being the billionaire who won the 2011 championship with the Dallas Mavericks. But basketball aside, he has launched a company for generic meds delivered to your door. The reason I'm excited about this company is they have price transparency, which is unheard of. And I want to show you what the price transparency looks like. Here you can see if you put in a 30-day supply of levothyroxine, it says this is your cost here. Retail pharmacies may or may not be accurate. I think that's fairly accurate. But if you look at the cost of generic versus generic, I think it'll be closer. But this is what they did. They show this is how much it costs us to manufacture. This is the markup that we're giving this. And then this is the pharmacy labor so this is exactly how this $4.20 is being put together. $3 plus 30 cents plus 90 cents, $4.20. And then here they also have a shipping cost with an asterisk. So there may be some additional cost there. And just to go again real quick into like the pros and cons, you do want to see that these are mail order pharmacies. So if I need my medication today, I'm not going to get it if I'm just starting out. It may take a day, or maybe Amazon has 2 days. It may take a little while to get your medication. And so what are the pros? The pros obviously is you don't have to go to the pharmacy. You don't have to drive there, pick it up. Actually getting places is difficult for some older folks. So having the medications come to your house or your place where you live is, a huge benefit. The other thing is cost. So the cost savings are baked in because you have lower overhead costs, because there's no physical location. You don't have to have the upkeep of the CVS. You're not holding other things. You don't have display cases and all those things. Like, you're just getting the meds and sending them out. So there is a cost saving there. And the same thing that's a pro can also be a con as far as, the time needed. If I need my medication today, or if I lose my medications or something, it's not going to be there immediately. But yeah, and the other thing I'd say is the selection of medications may be different. So if you're on a drug right now which isn't covered, then you may not only have to go like a hybrid approach, like, okay, maybe I could do RX Pass for 3 of my meds, but I still have to go and pick up this one which isn't available, or there's no generic available yet. Yeah, basically, I'm very excited about this. This is 2 entrants into the U.S. pharmaceutical space that have the patient as the most important thing. So these patient-centric type of moves that are more focused on the patient, like reducing costs, making things easier, making things more transparent. This is something we never see in healthcare. It's usually intentionally opaque. The whole, like, you go see your doctor, insurance, says that you're covered, but when you go, when you're admitted to the hospital, you see an anesthesiologist who's out of network somehow, and obviously you don't know that till 3 months later, and you get a $4,000 bill, and you have to go back and forth with your insurance company and fight it. So all that stuff is intentionally opaque. That's kind of the way the systems run on purpose. It's not like the system sucks or something. They do that on purpose to make money. And so it's nice to see that opening up a little bit, especially in the pharmacy space, where you have things like PBMs, you have switches, you have all these things which you might not even know about, which I'm not going to get into, but these things all kind of obscure the cost. So you don't know exactly what you have to pay until you go there. There have been couponing things in the past, like GoodRx, that give you a transparent cost. But again, that's very specific, that you need to look up your medication, find what the cost is, go to the place, and it shows you the different prices at different pharmacies. So the couponing system is there, everything is there. I think this is very simple and a very interesting way that we can see kind of shifting to a customer or patient-centric approach. And I'm excited about this in 2023. Let's see how it goes. All right. And I'll have more videos coming soon. So thanks.